Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Now, friends, the world is experiencing a new wave of food shortages. Even the president warned us to prepare. Yeah, let him help you. There's no better way to use your tax rebate than to get the long-term emergency food storage you've been waiting for. Go to preparewithjericho.com and stock up while you can. We recommend My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest preparedness company, and right now you can save $150 off their 3-month emergency food kit, which gives you a wide variety of delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. You won't go hungry when you have this food on hand. Remember, the unthinkable could happen any day now, and you will need emergency food to get you through it. No question about it. So go to preparewithjericho.com and save $150 off each 3-month emergency food kit you need. Get one per person. Your shipment will arrive quickly in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to preparewithjericho.com. That's preparewithjericho.com. So we are all too aware of the conflict going on in Eastern Europe and the mishandling, the fumbling, the fucking up of how it's being handled. Okay, drop the ball across the board. And just to let you know, what was it, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, we sent $14 billion to the conflict in Eastern Europe, to one side, not the other. And if you go by the things people post on there, or the colors people make their Instagram page, or the pins on our elected officials' suits, you'll know which side we gave the money to. Now, we'll see if this gets taken down. I posted on my Instagram page a week or so ago. I got this email from Google AdSense. That's the company that pays you for your ads and stuff on YouTube. And it said, we're cracking down on Russian-Ukraine misinformation. And they listed the different ways you could violate their new policy. So we'll see. I'm going to stick to the numbers because that's the truth, right? Today it is. Tomorrow the truth could be taboo. That's how they work. But we sent them $14 billion for various things. Well, now, over the last week or so, we just sent them another $800 million for a security package. Now, the security package, the $800 million security package, includes all types of weaponry, ammunition. They sent him a bunch of howitzers, and he barely explained it in his press conference that he had the other day. And it's official, that man can't talk. Doesn't matter what he's talking about or who he's talking to. He cannot talk. He cannot get through a sentence without mumbling and trailing off on his words. So we sent them $800 million in weaponry. Then we sent them another $500 million for, let's see, I had to write this one down. I want to make sure I got it right. Budgetary aid. So we're going to cover your budget. So we're covering the weapons that you're fighting with in this war, and now we're covering your budget while you're fighting this war. Okay. So then I thought, well, since we've given them over $15 billion, now that should make a little drop of anger blood come out of your nose, knowing what we're dealing with here, the aforementioned food shortages, the inflation, the homelessness, things of that nature. So dealing with all that, we still scraped together $15 billion to send to the conflict in Eastern Europe. So I started thinking, well, how much is everybody else sending? Because we're talking the westernized world. So that's Canada, that's the UK, that's Germany, or, those are all the heavy hitters, right? Those are who we go to war with if something happens. So I started looking at, well, how much is Canada giving them? How much is the UK giving them? How much is Germany giving them? If you took all the money that they all gave together, it wouldn't come close to what we spent. Canada spent $500 million plus another just under $8 million in weapons, lethal munitions, they said, because Canada sends lethal and non-lethal. I don't know what use you would have for non-lethal munitions in a war, but that's what that's what they pushed into the center of the table. Then you have Germany. They gave a couple billion euros. So that's what, $3 billion or whatever. They gave a few billion euros. Britain, they gave a few $100 million, maybe a $500 million, something of that nature. And then I looked at Mexico. I was like, Mexico, they got a bunch of money. They're right next to us. They're going to throw in on this. I couldn't find shit from Mexico. So as far as I can tell, the other powerful nations that are supposed to be our allies gave less than half of what we gave to that conflict in Eastern Europe. So again, here we are paying the biggest portion of the tab. Here we go again. We had somebody in there who was making sure everybody paid their fair share, but he's gone now, so here we go back to paying the overwhelming majority of the tab. Why? Why can't we have these countries squeeze a little bit tighter and get a little more juice from their fruits than us covering everything? Overwhelming majority. You know we're not done. They're not done writing this Team Ukraine bullshit. They don't care about the Ukrainian people. They don't even care about us, their own people. But it's a way for them to start throwing money around. And when money starts flying, it gets kind of confusing. There's billions going everywhere. So you won't notice that. You won't notice this. Or that will take a few more. It's like when they start throwing money around and start printing up money, it's like you win one of those contests where you go inside of this booth and there's all these $1 bills flying around. And you got 1 minute to grab as many $1 bills as you can. Or you ever seen, I think it was in China or something, they got these life-size, those claws you can get at the pizza parlor or whatever, where you got to reach in and try to get the bunny, the stuffed animal for your kid who's bothering you and crying for the bunny, even though they have 15 bunnies at home. And you almost get this stupid bunny to the edge and the claw lets go. Damn! The bunny falls right back in there with all the other overpriced cheap shit. That's what they're doing. It's a money grab. They got a small window of time to get in there and grab as much cash as they can before it's over. And if they have to start something to make the cash flow, that's what they'll do. So America, $15 billion and counting. The rest of our allies, our allied nations, less than half of that. So here we go again, picking up the tab for the world. And we're not done. You should have heard. And then they're talking about the shit we're sending over there. It might not even be going all to the Ukrainians. They're asking for more money. He's asking for, the president of Ukraine is asking for $7 billion a month to cover the costs. Why are we the dummies who are always picking up the largest portion of the tab for this shit? Why is it always us? The conflict or whatever it is, the pretty girl comes in and we're like, duh, here's my wallet. Remember the beginning of Married with Children? What did Al do? He sat down and just opened his wallet. Here comes Peggy. Here comes Bud. Here comes Kelly. Even the dog, I don't remember the dog's name. Even the dog grabbed some money at the end. And all Al wanted to do was sit there and put his hand in his pants. That's all we want to do. We just want to sit here in America, live our lives, and put our hand down the front of our pants and chill. But we can't. Because these elected dummies keep opening up our wallet and various people come in and take money out. And we're just boo-boo the damn fool. While the rest of the money, the rest of the world's riding high in our money. We're the star rapper, and they're the entourage. We go out to eat, I'll put it on his tab. He'll take care of it. In the last week, we've given them $1.3 billion and counting. That right there is half of what Germany's given so far. this 1 week for budgetary aid. So we're giving you the weapons to fight, and we're covering your costs while this thing is going on. How does that make sense? I'll meet you in the comment section. You tell me how that makes sense. You tell me how they justify sending all this money overseas with all the problems we have right here. What good could we have done inside our borders with $15 billion? You tell me. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.